Hey guys, it's Advantageous, back for another post-commentary Wi-Fi battle. This is another Kanto Classic battle. Get ready, because this is a long one. I do believe this is 51 turns. It kind of turned into a stall fest, but that's just what happens when you have two kind of stally teams and put them together. So the first turn, Golem lead. I've got the energy ball, but obviously I know the sturdy's coming. I can't do anything about it. So I just get him down to a sturdy. He sets up the rocks, which I thought about when I was making this team, like that rocks were going to be a thing, but I just decided it wasn't worth giving up an entire move slot to either bring them or take them away. Because I figured most of my pokes aren't really worried about rocks, and I'm not really worried about it. So in comes this little puffball, and let me tell you, Chanseys suck. Like this is what I don't. This got to be a max defense, like impish or bold Chansey, because it is taking these Psyshocks. Like it doesn't even have an Eviolite, so I'm like, how is this happening? How is it taking these Psyshocks so well? So the first few turns is just gonna be basically me. I really tried in this tournament to not get into like stall wars, where it was just basically just, you know, nothing. We weren't gaining any ground. Like my minimize Clefable, it's about sweeping. You know, it's getting the minimize up to the point where I can't be hit, and then getting enough where I can take it out. It's not like toxic stalling or something, or just doing whatever, just healing up every single time I got hit, just so that, oh hey, you're not technically doing any damage to me. Now I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted to be, if I'm going to be setting up or doing anything, it's because I'm getting ready. So here I get a high roll, and it lives with like nothing. So I think the only way Chance has been living is just because of its base health. So I'm getting frustrated by this Chansey. It's driving me crazy. I didn't realize that Chanseys could still be this bulky, even without an Eviolite, sorry. It's not Pimp Knight. So anyways, I'm just getting annoyed here, because I don't want to waste all my Psyshocks on this thing, as I'm sure I'm going to need them later. So I switch out to Clefable, just so that I can get off my my minimizes. I'm like, all right, well, this thing is just going to sit here in front of me. I'm just going to start setting up on it. So he brings in the Gengar, which I'm guessing he had designed to take on, you know, basically setup. So I go for the minimize, and then he just clear smogs it away. And this does a buttload of damage. Holy moly. So I ended up going for a second minimize because I thought he wouldn't be able to hit me. I was wrong. So I got no choice. I got to switch out. So I switched to Nidoking because I know I can take that Sludge Bomb or Clear Smog or whatever he wants to throw. He actually switches it up to the Shadow Ball, probably thinking that would be enough. I'm living it just because I'm max HP defense, well, max HP, and then I pull out the Sucker Punch, and I'm like praying for the roll, and I get the roll, and he goes down, and then he brings out this Cloyster, so obvious Shell Smash is obvious, and I go for the Thunder Punch. At least that was a nice thing, is people were bringing in on it. At least I had something to take care of it, so it wouldn't just get a free Shell Smash off. So it does a good amount of damage. I end up going for the Sucker Punch here because I know from the previous battle that I'm not going to live this one. I could live it at full HP, but not this time. So I just go for the Sucker Punch anyways. I'm like, you're going to have to Ice Shard me to kill me. So I bring in Dragonite, E-Speed again. He's not going to let his Cloyster go down just like that. So he switches out. I thought he was going to switch to Gengar, but... Oh, sorry, Gengar is dead. So he had nothing to take it on. So he brings in Clefable, just in case I went for the D-Dance, predicting him to switch. I can't do anything to this Clefable, so I switch into Snorlax. I was predicting the Minimize setup, but turns out this Clefable actually did not have Minimize. What did it have anyways? It had Calm Mind, Moonlight, just seeing it had Moon Blast. I don't remember what its other move was. I don't think I saw it. It was probably like Flamethrower or something. Or maybe Psychic? Does Clefable get Psychic? I don't even know. But it's probably just another move. So, unfortunately, I can't set up with Snorlax because I'm positive it's an Underwear Clefable. So all I can do is just keep body slamming and hoping that I'd get the para. So he's just going to keep setting up on me. My Snorlax is a special sponge, but it can only take so much. So here I go for my third body slam. And wait for it. I get the para. So I'm like, oh, phew. So a big sigh of relief there. I go for another body slam just to take it up. I do believe. Okay, so he's gonna heal up. So at this point, I realize that it's turning into a stall war. So this guy's just hell bent on just stalling like crazy. So again, I'm just getting annoyed. So he's setting up. He's at like +4, +5. I'm a little concerned now. But I don't really want to switch anything into a hit, but I can't lose my Snorlax. My Snorlax is too valuable. So I bring in Clefable, takes the rocks. Luckily, he gets paralyzed this turn, which was just so lucky. So I get my Moonlight off, get my HP back, and then I just have to sit here and just hope that he gets paralyzed or something, which he does again. So I do believe I start setting up here. I know the minimize doesn't matter, nor do my Calm Minds, but I mentioned it in my previous video that I don't have Moonblast. I have stored power. So it's not like Calm Minds are worthless here. I'm actually getting stronger. You know, I'm making advances. I know the minimize is going to help, so I'm just getting my special attack, my Calm Minds up. Unfortunately, the Moonblast, it does have that chance to lower your special attack, so that's actually going to hurt me a little bit, which kind of sucks. So this is where it gets stally. So grab the popcorn. Yeah, this is going to go on for several turns. So I do apologize. I don't like stall. So brings me way down. I get a special attack drop, which is going to hurt my stored power later. Probably made a difference. But, you know, there's nothing else I can do. I have nothing else for this Clefable. This Clefable is meant to handle anything that wants to try and set up on me. So it's handy though. It was definitely like Snorlax Clefable defensive core was definitely the glue that kept my team together. So I'm gonna try just talking through this because all it is just me trying to get my setup. Get my Calm Minds up so that I'm doing enough damage. At some point, so here I decide to start attacking just to get some offensive pressure on him. Force him to have to go for Moonlight at some point, so that he doesn't, you know, keep Moonblasting again and again and again, and forcing me to heal up. So I get another special attack drop, which kind of sucks, but I'm just going to keep setting up here. I know I have the advantage in this just because he is paralyzed, so that paralysis really helped out in this. I don't think I could have won this war without it, because I think at one point he's going to get paralyzed like 3 turns in a row, which really helped my setup. Unfortunately, well, I won't spoil anything. So I'm just taking a drink of water. So I'm going to hit. So you can see it's doing progressively more and more damage, and now he's at the point where he's forced to go for the Moonlight. Unfortunately, I'm forced to go for it too, because Moonblast still hits pretty hard, because it's stab. It's a powerful fairy move with stab. So it's still going to hurt no matter what. Whew. Yeah, I hate stall, guys. I really do. I made a Gliscor that was like meant to be anti-stall. I still put a defensive. It meant to be a defensive wall, but I put some fun moves on it. I gave it knockoff, fling. So I activate my toxic orb, and then I fling it to poison someone, and then that frees me up for acrobatics. And then I put roost on it. So it was meant to take a hit, and then yeah. So it's like a different set. I kind of like it. you know, it's not a competitive set, but it's fun to use. So, do you believe here, do you believe this is where it's coming down to it? Look at the stored power. He's going to hit me with a Moonblast here. And then I make a pretty big risk because I'm getting tired of the stall at this point. So I just, instead of healing up, I go for the stored power, because even if he takes me out, I'm gonna be at a high enough, like he's low enough that I can just come in and revenge kill him. So I'm just not really worried about it. So sorry about that, guys. So that's done. So I bring in D-Knight to finish it off, but he's gonna go in and sack off his golem, which is fine. This thing could have been a problem, like especially the old ones where they used to have Sucker Punch. 4th gen tutor move. Oh boy, I've seen some with Pimp Knight. Holy crap, he's gotten some nice sweeps with those. So here I go, and I go for the extreme speed, and it doesn't kill. And I'm like, no. And you will find that is gonna matter. That 2 HP he lived on, it mattered. It mattered a lot. So here, I know he's got that Chansey left, so I don't want to go for the Shadow Ball. So I go for the middle ground play. I go for the Sludge Bomb. He brings in Jolteon, which is fine, because this thing is not going to take 2. He decides to hit me up with the Shadow Ball, which is fine. I wasn't expecting to live it, so I'm guessing it was timid, not modest, because that should have taken me out. And then I get a low roll on this Sludge Bomb, but then I get lucky with, I poison him, and yeah, bye-bye Jolteon. So, a little bit of bad luck turned into good luck. And then he's just going to bring this Cloyster right back out, go for the Ice Shard. Not much I can do. I had to stay in, because if he went for the Shell Smash, yeah, that's bad news bears. So I bring in Alakazam. I know I'm going to outspeed it. I was banking on the fact that that I would live an Ice Shard, but it was such a close roll. So in comes this big glove of goo, and I'm just like, oh, I just don't want to deal with this thing. So I switch out to Snorlax, because I'm like, I have enough health where I can just stall this thing out forever. But then he pulls out the Healing Wish, and I gotta tell you, my heart just sank when I saw this. I couldn't even deal with it. I had to, you know, I didn't do it out loud, but I had a slow clap. So I'm like, oh my god. Well played. Well frickin' played. Oh. So I'm just like, so at this point I'm like, that's game over. There's nothing I can do. I've got Snorlax and Alakazam. I'm pretty sure this is his last mon, but I can't even touch it. The only way I can win is with a paralysis here. So he goes for the Icicle Spear. I'm guessing he didn't have the Rock Blast, which is good for me. Probably had Hydro Pump. This is his other move. So because I'm thick fat, I am gonna live this, which is hilarious. So I get a second Body Slam off, and no paralysis. It might not have changed anything, because I still would have needed him to get paralyzed when Alakazam was in, because the Ice Shard would definitely have taken me out from there. So I would have needed an incredible amount of luck in order to make this happen. Just too much. So he's going to take me out with an Icicle Spear, and I get critted on the first one, so it didn't even matter. And that's it's going to be game. So I'm pretty sure that was a 1-0. Let's see here. Gengar, Clefable. Oh, it was a 2-0. Yeah, I still had the Clefable in the back, but it was so low health that if I had gotten rid of the Cloyster, Alakazam would have just been able to finish it off. So, yeah, this is certainly the longest video I've made. This is coming up on 15 minutes long. Holy crap. So that was the first loss I'm putting on my channel, but I couldn't help it. That was such a good play with that Healing Wish Chansey. It was just frustrating me the entire match. It was just there, and they just pulled out. So, like, well played. And that's that'll be that for that video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.